I'm Daryle Tibbs, and I am the owner of Tibbs Law Office, and today we are going to discuss the fourth factor that the court determines for folks in our Family Law Basics course here. We've already discussed the property division, the parental rights and responsibilities, the child support, and today is the last determining factor, is the spousal support. So there are 14 total factors that the court takes into consideration when determining a spousal support award. Those factors are listed in ORC 3105.18. I have listed some of the more important or determining factors here as I believe them to be, and we're going to go over a couple of them. So the first factor that the court takes into consideration is income of the parties. The disparity of income of the parties is an important factor because the purpose of spousal support is to keep the standard of living as it was prior to a divorce. The next factor here we have is earning abilities. Whether a party contributed to the education of the other, and whether a party has the education to actually earn the amount that the other party earns, or an amount to maintain a certain standard of living. The third factor we have here is age, physical, and mental condition. The court wants to take into consideration the age of the parties. Generally, the older the parties are as they're going through this process, the longer the spousal support award will be. And the physical and mental condition is also a factor, because if one of the parties has developed a physical condition or a mental condition which prevents them from working, then the court needs to be able to supplement some of that income, if any, with the spousal support award. The fourth factor I have listed here is the retirement benefits of the parties. So if one of the parties has access to retirement benefits that the other party doesn't have access to, and obviously those can be changed through the process of the divorce, the court's going to take into consideration the final division of those assets when determining what the spousal support award should be. Next factor we have here is the duration of the marriage. This is also a very important factor for the court to take into consideration. In general, the longer the marriage, the longer the duration of spousal support award would be. In Ohio, I would say that a 10-year marriage is considered to be a reasonable length of a marriage where spousal support may be awarded if there is a disparity of income. Lastly, I have here the catch-all. Ohio is famous for having their catch-all sections here, and basically it says that any other factor that the court deems appropriate for taking that into consideration for an award of spousal support, they will take that into consideration. It's important to note that when determining spousal support, the Ohio courts basically consider that both parties have contributed to the marital estate equally. Whether one party stayed home with the children throughout the marriage and one party was working, or regardless of what the situation was, the court considers both parties to have contributed to the marital estate equally. There are several other factors, as I stated. There's a total of 14, and certainly you can get the full list by looking up the Ohio Revised Code, but these were the factors that I believe to be some of the most important factors, and some of the most, basically the court takes these factors into consideration the most when determining a spousal support award.